I'm Nancy Thompson, the functional fitness specialist here at the Springfield Wellness Center. And in my many years of fitness and wellness training, I've worked with a variety of different people. From the 72-year-old yogi who's having sciatic issues upon forward bending, even though she's in really great fitness. Or the endurance runner, the long distance runner who can run lots of miles, but then sits all day at work and has a lot of sciatic issues. So there's a wide range of people that could come calling for help with their sciatic. And there's then some universal exercises, and we'll start with stretches, that can really be helpful in getting the muscles around the hips stretched out so we can maintain balance there and then hopefully alleviate the pressure on the sciatic nerve, which is where that pain's coming from. So we're going to start, like, say you're sitting a lot, you're at work. The first thing you really could do is just stand up more often. That could really help alleviate that chronic hip flexion and kind of a chronic stretch in the glute area back there. So standing up regularly can be helpful, but then say you're in a chair or you're stuck sitting in a chair, it's a great place to do a stretch. We're going to do a glute stretch or a seated figure 4 stretch. Let's make sure you're stable in your chair. Have the one foot grounded, the other foot, certainly start perhaps on the side that's the most affected, where you are feeling the discomfort, but have the ankle above the knee. And then just let's make sure we kind of keep the knee and the ankle level, and then hinge forward. And that little move there is going to help stretch the piriformis area and the deep glute area and provide a little relief. Maybe stay here for 15 to 30 seconds. And then I always recommend doing the other side as well, just again to stay balanced. That's where a lot of times the issues are coming from, is imbalance in muscular strength or lack of mobility. So we want to start building that evenly on both sides. So a seated figure 4 stretch is a great thing to do, whether you're intentionally stretching in a sequence at home or you're at work and you're kind of stuck in a chair. So add that. And then, but let's get on the floor. The floor is a great place to do the stretches because it's the perfect prop to get us in good position. So in an all fours position, we're going to bring the one of your feet forward. Let's just start with the right foot. Bring it forward and then keep the rear knee grounded. And then I like people to just hinge as far forward as they can, perhaps putting blocks or cans or something here around their foot to help them if they can't reach over the thigh. And we're trying to stretch the hip flexor. So that's a nice, usually accessible place that's not too difficult. And we just, again, stay in that stretch on each side for 15 to 30 seconds, really whatever's tolerable. And then from that position, making sure we do each side evenly. From that position, then we can go into a deep pigeon stretch, similar stretching of the muscles that we get seated, but a little bit deeper. So if your knee can tolerate bringing the shin on the ground right from that lunge position and then extending the rear leg and kind of sitting into your pelvis area, we're going to get a nice deep stretch here. And this upright pigeon is a good place to start, making sure our hips are level, and then lowering down to deepen the stretch into the piriformis glute area is probably the best stretch we can do to stretch that area out. And again, doing this daily is recommended, maybe even a couple times a day when you can squeeze in the time to do the stretch. And making sure you do that evenly on each side. So we're going to have stretch the front of the hips, the piriformis area, which is where a lot of the trouble is coming from, and then you could even do it seated if you're stuck in a chair in the middle of the day, and you'll really go a long way in improving your piriformis health and therefore hopefully alleviating some sciatic pain.